try that again. Yo, what is up? Welcome back to another one. We are ready to get started here today on the flower arrangement. And by get started, I mean continue working on it, because we are, oh yes, already in the midst of this sweet floral action here. Yeah, we're gonna keep working on this here today. Let's see here where we were at. We have completed our Night Rider Camellia, and we are getting started on we completed the Camellia and the Ito Peony, so we're getting going on the hydrangeas today. Hydrangeas, Baby's Breath, Persian Buttercup, Hummingbird Flower, and Lily Flower are what we have remaining. So let me jump ahead here. So where we're at. Bum, bum, bum. Did that. Yep. 2x. Go to the beach. Yep, they're made out of umbrellas and seashells. Very cool, very cool. All right, bags 5 and 6 are up next at the same time. That's crazy. And we're gonna get these hydrangeas in bloom here. So let's see. There's 5. Oh, okay. Well, there's 6. So I guess that makes sense. Just a whole mess of butterflies here. This will be our butterfly tray. Butterflies aplenty. Okay. Almost lost an extra piece there. All right. Wow, there's a lot of little pieces in this one. Okay. That's all right. We are ready to do this here. As with their previous 2 flowers, there's going to be a double up here, so we'll do a couple of these. Steering wheel. All right. This isn't really doing it for me. Let's try this. Steering wheel. Put creativity at the wheel. This steering wheel, designed for large-scale Lego cars, now constructs the center of our Lego flowers. It is nice for getting the radial symmetry going. Lots of connection point for all our little doohickeys here. Steering wheel the third. Excuse me for just one moment. Hey, what's up? about that. Let's see here. Where were we? All right. Gray dots. Okay. And we're gonna, okay. Get a rod down in there. How far will this go? I guess there's that yellow T-bar in there. That probably stops it from going all the way down. Okay. Our first butterflies here go on to these guys. Okay. Butterfly facing down. There's so many points of connection. I feel like it's going to be difficult to get these spaced evenly, but we will do our best here. Try to get everything looking nice and even here. One on top, like so. Hydrangea, can you feel the flutters? We have flown in dozens of tiny Lego butterflies to create the textured globe of this hydrangea. Yes, indeed. Butterflies, very cool. There we go. So we gotta put our butterflies on a clips here. 10 of these to start. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. This is like a lot of butterflies. All right, and these are going to go I don't know. That doesn't really seem like it feels like it sticks out too far. But okay. Three. 4. 5. Oh, and we broke it. All right. Maybe, well, no, let's see. 10 should be half, so they surely must go on where like those two middle points of the steering wheel. Those have to get them right in the middle. And then 4 on each side, spaced out. Like so. Okay, that makes it a little easier to envision where they're supposed to go. Yep, they sit in there pretty tight. Spacing's maybe not perfect, but it's gonna do. I still think it's interesting that like it kind of cuts off the incline there. All right. Oops. Slippery little devil. Now these ones have these blue studs in the middle to add a little bit of a spacer here. This step we need 12 of these, so even more than last time. I guess with the spacer we'll have room to fit a little more in. But we should try to do it the same way where we have our midpoints on those spokes of the steering wheel and kind of go from there to knock out the spacing in a way that feels right. Seven. Eight. 9. 10. 11. 12. And there we go. Okay, so like we said, we're going to use these as our middle points. And then 5 on each side. That means that can go right in the middle too. And then these 2 remaining spots are going to get butterflies as well. Probably really close and tight. Yep. This one's pretty easy. The spacing is a little less finicky because they're basically just sit flush with each other, and there's a midway point, like a true midway point, a quarter and half. I say that, but now I don't have enough space for this one. So where is my space that there shouldn't be? Oh. They are supposed to be alternating. Haha. It's okay, we can just flip them around. Or if they break off, that works too. That's weird, the other side felt like it fit. Well, we've learned a valuable lesson. Because this next layer is probably going to alternate too. Okay, there we go. We've got it. It does look nice. I mean, I like it. Breaks up the look a little bit, and it creates like an actually pretty nice like a spherical dome there. Spherical dome, kind of redundant. And then yeah, another layer of 12. And then after that, there's nothing left to do but to do all of it again. Haha. No big deal. If we could hold on to the studs, would make it a lot easier. But hey, what are you gonna do? The frog army and the bonsai tree gets memed on a lot, but this is a pretty legit butterfly army too. I think the frogs get memed as much as they do because you can just have them all as extra pieces if you so choose. Whereas this is a little different, but well, I lost count. That looks like 9 to me. 3 more to go for this. And I lost count again. 1 more. Okay. Yep. This one is going to be inverse to where these midway points here are going to, the butterflies are going to face each other. Very good. And then let's just try to go right around here now that we have the top layer to help guide our spacing, hopefully. Yeah, does make it quite a bit easier. All right. Not really sure what the spacing is supposed to be like on this, but like a little bit angled down, maybe. Makes the butterflies bump into each other if you do that. If you do it too much, though. All about balance. I think that works pretty good, and I don't know, looks fairly ball shaped. Alright, now we just got to do it again, no big deal. Try to fly through this next one here as best we can. Not, you know, easier said than done. This is a lot of little piece manipulation. Gets a little time consuming, but we'll try not to dally. Trying to go from memory here. I think we should be able to, but oops. You know, steering wheel is still a wheel, and wheels can roll. Let's get that on our tray there until we get some speed bumps on here, speed butterfly bumps. A wheel wants to roll, after all, you know? Let's see. And then one goes on top, like so. All right. Now we've got 10 without the blue. Okay. So these ones all face the same direction. I'm just going to go best guess on the spacing here and correct it if we need to. Not too bad. Still have a little sense memory of building the last one here, so about remember what the spacing looks like. It's okay if it's a little uneven. It's going to be really, really difficult to get these all exactsies. Okay. I'll just assemble a quick 24 of these. No big deal. Maybe we'll still go 12 and 12. There's probably extra of everything except for maybe the butterflies. They might count as being bigger than a stud. But if there is an extra butterfly, then I might accidentally build one I don't need. If there's extra of all of them. So we should probably just be counting. Ugh. But our pile of stems is diminishing here, which is nice. Feels like we're making progress. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it did reconnect. Okay. Whew. Yeah, we're officially swapped over to Google Fiber here, so hopefully the internet should be less of a concern than it's been previously, dropping out on us. We'll see. 10. 12. So there's our first step, and we now know about alternating them. Still got to be pretty tight in formation, though. Basically touching. Oops. Helps if you attach it to the right ring. Not the easiest. Gosh darn it. Got such fumble fingers with this stuff. Okay. There we go. Take a little sip of tea here before we... That was more like a gulp of tea, I realize, but you know, we deserve it. I'm out of coffee. I have tea, like I own tea. I always think like, oh yeah, maybe someday I'll be the sort of person that drinks tea instead of coffee by choice. Never really hit for me so far, but alright, we're almost at the finish line, the butterfly finish line. Cinematic stuff is so dramatic. Which makes sense, I suppose. Let's see, we can probably figure out now. So that's 8, 4, yeah, so there are no extra butterflies. So I could have just blasted through all of this until the butterfly pile was gone, but hey. All roads lead to Rome. In this instance. Okay. Oops. There we go. Wow, this is dramatic. Nothing ever fits the vibe I'm trying to cultivate as well as the ambient tracks do on the YouTube Studio Music. But I just worry about playing the same stuff like over and over and over again. I mean, I still do it, but try to vary it up like some, but I don't know, it just fits the vibe I'm trying to cultivate better than this kind of stuff does in general. This is a little spy thriller for my flowers here, I feel, but whatever, we'll let it roll. It's still instrumental. That's the main thing that I care about. Et voila. There we go. Two of these beautiful guys. We're ready to pop them into place here. Right here. And right here. Oh, so not quite symmetrical. Okay. Very interesting. This is looking nice. On to bag number 7. So, is this even one of our flowers? Maybe it's a couple of things, because those are part of one of the flowers. But this... it's not a flower, that's just a leaf. Oh, those leaves look nice, though. Oops. What did I do? Oh, I have music controls on my keyboard, and I touched them on accident. Whoops. That's okay. Spread these out. Spread this stuff out a little bit. There's plenty of small pieces in here, too. Let's see here. Get our stem action going here. These golden guys on in here. Like so. And that'll let us attach these leaves. Nice layering on these guys. Leaves. Turning over a new leaf, these green leaves are new elements designed for some of our 2025 sets in the LEGO Botanical series, including the 10342 Pretty Pink Flower Bouquet. We still don't have that one. That one's on our watch list. It's currently several boxes are sitting at my local Sam's Club, and I'm just trying to outweight them to get them a clearance price. But yeah, these look pretty nice, these new leaf elements. Oh, are they supposed to be... Oh, I was supposed to have them upside down from this, I think. That's a shame. That's fine. We just wasted a little bit of time. That's funny, though. But I think... Well... No, actually... I don't know. I think the crease just isn't... No, because these studs are supposed to be up. No, we had it right. This crease in the middle just isn't visible in the instructions. They look very flat. But that's okay. We figured out what we're needing to do. Alright. So this is going to go... right in, not even remotely on camera, right in here. We can get these scrooched out of the way a little bit to get it on here. Oops. Okay. Kind of goes under here. Like that. Okay. So we're kind of sitting like this. Now, the flowers swing around pretty volatile. Have to see how it ends up sitting here. Very curious. sharper down. And it's a little shorter here. This is so dramatic right now. Okay. There we go. Kind of hanging out right there. Good filler. The filler is nice. Starts to make it feel a little more like an actual bouquet. Thick woody stem here. Yep. Wants us to check to make sure we did it right. I think we're good. Okay. Let's see here. Spanner on this guy with a leaf. Gonna go into the tip here. Okay, and then we're gonna add some leaves here. Oops. I did not do it right. There we go. Would have been fine. Would have been fine with these leaves alternated in a different pattern, but hey, whatever. My goodness. These don't overlap at all. They just kind of fan out, and I think they're actually supposed to like not quite touch, so like that almost looks good. And this sits on one of the high realms. Let's see here. Sits right here on this inner tier of them. All right. It's supposed to be like that, maybe. Oh. Good enough? We got another one to do here. And we've still got flower components in here, so bunch of filler leaves and a flower all in one bag. Very nice. Very, very nice. Everything's trying to roll away from me, though. This one is shorter. Oh, and it's going to be angled down. Okay. Okay. Yep, this time it's actually right. We didn't get these alternated wrong this time, so that's good. Ah! Go. Ever so slightly off symmetry there. I like it. Okay. This one goes right here. So yeah, this is definitely the front of it, if you will. And then these guys are just kind of in the back, filling it out. Starting to look pretty nice here. But our grim work is not yet complete. We gotta build these guys. Can't remember what they're called. I'm sure it'll say it here. Well, maybe not actually. This does appear to be a one-page instruction, and I don't see any blurbs. We'll go back and look if it doesn't say. I said it at the beginning of the video, but we'll still check it out. This is an interesting piece. Never seen that before. A little bit of a thicker stem. Thin stems. Three of these. So there's going to be a couple of these. It doesn't say X2. Maybe the other one's probably just like slightly shorter or something like that. Fewer stem components. Just to put them at a different height in the arrangement. Alright, there's our three. Those go on to these guys. Or maybe there we go. Looks pretty good. Spacing wise. Oh, let's see. This one goes here. All right. Yep. Okay. Cool. And then another one, slightly different. Yep, here we go. Baby's breath. That's what it is. Baby's breath. Say cheese. The stem is made up of tripod elements that were originally designed to help Lego minifigures steady their cameras. Oh, okay. Now they hold bunches of baby's breath. This might be a good time to take a selfie to document your progress. I'm okay on that. But thanks for the suggestion. It's going to be extra. Baby's breath. Not much of a selfie guy. Not to say that I've never taken one. But, I don't know. It's not my go-to vibe. Not my go-to thing I post on social media. It's mostly pictures of DVDs. Much cooler. Definitely. No, there's nothing wrong with selfies. You should post whatever you want. Whatever you dang want. That's what I say. World out there is tough. You may as well love yourself. Whoa. Almost lost a flower. Petals on these are uneven. I like it. I have never noticed that before. They're like all slightly raised, slightly different amounts. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but gives them a nice breezy flow to them. There we go. So the standing straight up baby's breath is gonna go right here. Boing. Look how nice we're looking. Oh, it's really coming together. It's really coming together, but it's not done yet. No, no, no. We are on to bag number 8 of, I believe, 10. About an hour gone here, so looking in pretty good shape to finish up here today, I think. Hopefully. Otherwise, we're going to have just a little tiny bit left to go, and that always bothers me, so we're really going to try to knock it out here. This looks fun. Nice color. This bag. All right. These things that are liking to roll, we're going to go ahead and get on the tray here. Everything else seems good. Oops. Two of these. We'll try to go from memory then for the second one. Make it a little interesting for us. A little bit of a challenge. Excuse me. Hi, Tiny. Tiny. Oh, my beautiful kitten. What are you doing? You just saying hi? You're really nice. I always got time for you. Mwah. Are you purring? It's hard to tell with the headphones on. You're beautiful. Thank you. Shake this fuzz off. All right, 4 of this. Okay. Goodness. Okay. Is that it? Whoa. Nope. Wow, this one's complex. This is going to be tough. A little tiny wheel well. Okay. 3 more of this. Tough stuff. Okay, there's 2 down. Very strange. Ranunculus. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. Ranunculus. You can always trust Lego car elements to drive the details home. Nice one, Lego. This flower's core features 4 mudguard elements to create the effects of a folded flower petal. Yeah, it does. Mudguards. I'm having a hard time picturing what this is going to look like down the stretch, to be honest, but that's okay. It'll come together, I have no doubt. I have no doubt whatsoever. I like the mix of colors a lot, so I think it's going to look great. It's just a question of how is it going to look great, because I do think it will. We're almost done with our first 4 here, so we'll get to see the next step, and then we'll try to do all this from memory. I mean, this part now I've got pretty down from the repetition here. Okay. Like so. Okay, and then we fold them up. Oh, wow. That is really beautiful. That is really nice. Okay, wow, and then now... Wow. This one's really cool. Look at that. It's so simple, and yet so nice and so beautiful. I mean, it really, really looks good. Fold these in more. A little bit, maybe. Looks good. Cool. All right, let's see here. I'm totally looking at the other one already. Cheating. It's tough. This is a tough one. This inverted. Nope. Nope, there's something else in there. This? Yeah. There we go. Now we got to build these things. This part now, I remember well. Oh, that's the end of the page of music. All right. I guess we've gone long enough with this vibe. We'll just keep it rolling at this point, but I don't know. He said, immediately regretting his words and actions. That's okay. Nope, not that one. Words were present and with no redeeming characteristics to balance them out. No. Not crazy about this one so far either. Not hating on it in general. It's just not the right vibe for the stream, I don't think. All right, one more. One more of these. Wow, we're making really good time now. Started getting excited about this one. Built it probably extra fast because of how excited I got. Oops. Banish this cheese to the land of extra pieces. Alright, and it's brown side up. Where's that hair stuck? There. Diabolical. Get out of there. There we go. Close these up. Great. Wow. Spectacular. Really cool build technique on this one. Probably the most impressive thing we've seen come together in this whole thing. Yeah, I'd say so. I know that just looking at it, I can tell that the rose bouquet is like a lot of similar structures, but my first time seeing it, so pretty sweet. All right, let's see here. This is our directionality for this. Shows how everything's to be pointing, and we're going up high. This one's over here. This one's here. This one's here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Looking good. Lots of space getting filled in. Stuff's not flopping around as much now that there's a little more stuff for it to catch against and things like that. So bag number 9, 2 bags left. Let's go. This one is small. You put the whole thing onto a tray probably. Okay. Let's see. Getting excited about seeing the final product here. The botanicals always look so good at the end. Another one of these here. Tripods. This is some flower petal action if I've ever seen it. Oh boy. I don't know how far this is supposed to stick out, but wow, look at these. Are these for minifigures? Where's a minifigure? Where's my pirate? I don't have any close at hand. I think these are like wings for a minifigure. Yep. Bouvardia. These parts of the flower were originally designed as wings for a Lego ladybug. That is cute. So they just go on here loose, like so. And then this goes on like so. Okay. It's a little peculiar. They kind of uneven. Feels wrong, something, but I don't know. The instructions said to do it, so I guess we're good. Anyway, feels wrong, but we're going to do it a couple more times here, and then it looks like a couple more times after that. So, oops. See if there's anything. Did I not get that guy in there or something? No, it's in there. It just feels weird that they're kind of loose, but I'm going to get these ready because I don't like leaving them loose on there while I'm building something to cap it off. I want it to be at hand. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get too worked up about worrying about it. Doesn't say 2x. The other one's probably just got a different stem or something, because we got plenty of butterfly left here. Enough. Looks nice. I mean, that's enough. Okay. This goes here. Okay. It's in there. And then, yep, a different angle. Might even literally just be a different angle. That's cool. That stuff adds up towards making the arrangement look nice. So we are rocking with it here. Ah, yes. Hello, old friend. 216. Yeah, we're doing okay on time. Gonna have a little bit of time before my shift starts. Clear my head. That'll be nice. Not that this doesn't clear my head. It definitely does to a certain extent, but there's an aspect of this that involves being on. Not that I'm like performing really. I mean, like I'm pretty relaxed is the vibe I'm going for on these, obviously, but you know, you get me. I'm definitely performing when I'm at work. I mean, that I can tell you is for sure the case. Customer service mixed with, you know, making sure the employees are staying in good spirits and everyone's having a good time and all that stuff. It's going to be an interesting night tonight too. Very busy, and my crew's a little green still. Got some newer people that have been doing good. Everyone's been doing good recently, but there is, you know, there's a difference between most nights and Friday night, so we'll see. But we'll get it done one way or another. I feel I will definitely have earned my for net at the end of the night. I just got a feeling it's going to be a for net kind of night. We'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's just easy and smooth and whoa, whoa, whoa. Get back here, you old silly bones. There we go. Okay. Last one here. Yeah, this has not been my favorite one to build. Something about the asymmetry of the ladybug wings. I like the ladybug wings. I like the way they look. Something about the way they sit on there asymmetrically, though. Just, I don't know. Bothers me a little bit. The assembly is just kind of loose and weird feeling. I don't know. I don't know. So sue me. Hopefully there's not too much stress on these parts, but it's okay. They're not getting used for anything else, probably, realistically. Okay. See where this one goes here. And then we'll be on to our final bag. Wow. It's really flown by here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of pegs left over, but that's the thing with this set is I think it's like you rearrange it, you know, to your liking. But it's looking really nice so far. Probably leave it. We'll leave it alone for a while at least. All right, bag number 10, our final flower here is going to be the lilies. Tiger lilies, I want to say, maybe is what it said. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me. Steering wheel stuck up in here. And then we'll see about rolling to see what we do next, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine this bag takes us 40 minutes here, so might be a little on the shorter side, but we'll definitely look to the future to see what we'll be working on next week. All right. Angle here. More steering wheel. Oh, actually, gotta get a spacer on there before we drop that into place. Here we go. Some leaves going here. It's still weird to me that they don't show the crease in these, but not my job, not my prob. We figured it out. Okay. Guessing on the spacing here. Lily, watch out. This flower might cast a spell on you. The stamen are made from 6 Lego wands. Wowzers. That's these guys right here. Including the rare Lego sprue, from which we will have to detach them. Like so. Leaving us with these leftover plastic bits. Doesn't happen terribly often. They look nice. We'll detach them just as we need them. I think there might be like a one whole extra set, so try to leave those on the sprue for now. Okay. Let's see here. Boop. 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 Okay. Now we've got these big, beautiful orange leaves here. Very cool. So it's like the same assembly, but with the big leaves instead of the small. Three of these as well. I thought we were going to be pushing for time because that hydrangea took so long, but we're flying now. Must be here. Close them up. Get a better sense of the spacing when you do it like this. There we go. I think that's about right. Pretty much looks like it wants them all like pointing straight up. Yeah, I don't know. Looks good. Doesn't need to be, I mean, it's an organic. It doesn't need to be like perfectly symmetrical. All right. But we have another one to make before we get to this. So let's see here. It was this angle. angle. Long one. Spacer underneath. Two different colored circles on top. Woody stem. Twig. Okay. This will work. And now, these guys, easy enough. Not sure on the spacing. We might need help with that, but it was something like the one of them was on the spoke, and then the other one was like up here or something like that. Okay. Now we've got these little orange ones. Yeah, there's a lot of angles that could make them not be like perfectly symmetrical when you're pushing them together into the flower shape. So rather than trying to worry about the exact angle on like 18 different connections or whatever, we are just gonna have fun here. Okay, now these were, oh, I'm gonna look. I don't remember. Just off of this, and then they're basically 1/3. Yep. Now we just got to build the big leaves, and we'll be right as rain here. This came with a lot of extra wands. It must be fairly breakable for them to include so many extra. Or maybe it's that they're so losable with the Harry Potter sets, they include a lot of extra so the kids don't get mad about having lost them all. And then it's just, from there, maybe it's just standard practice to be like, well, we put a bunch of extra wands in that set, we'll put a bunch of extra wands in all these sets. Those are trash. This is all extra stuff. This is extra stuff. Close this up. There we go. Looking nice. All right, so the last two attachments go one right here. Tough. It's a little busy up in the front here. Okay. Just got to rotate it a little, and there it can sit. And then one in the back here. This is going to be a little easier, I think. Still not trivial. There we go. All right. Wow, there we go. Yeah, looking pretty nice. And then there will be a page probably with suggestions about... Oh, no, not even that. Just our piece count. All right, so here we go. From the front, we can... let's unlock these cameras here so that we can show this a little bigger here. Whoop. There we go. Looking pretty nice. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Looks cool. Some pretty interesting build techniques. Not as repetitive as some of the botanical ones are. Pretty nice. Price point on this one, still definitely the rough one. I would say if you're not getting this at a substantial discount or using it to unlock a gift with purchase or something like that, I would probably, or if you're a botanical completist, you know, then you're kind of just in it. Yeah, I would say you need a reason. You need a reason to get this set. It's not just like one where the value is so crazy and the build is so good, or it's so good on display that you absolutely must have this in your collection. You know, this is definitely a yeah, like I said, you gotta have a reason. You gotta have some kind of reason to want this set. But if you have a reason, there are several worthy ones, because this one does look really nice. I like how dense the arrangement is. It looks very secure. They were kind of loose at the beginning, but they really get nice and secure. And then, yeah, you've got the detachable and rearrangeable element of it too, which is pretty nice. You could even probably change out some of these flowers with other ones from the other bouquets pretty easily. Most of their stems, I think, would convert into this stuff pretty nicely. So if you're so inclined, you can make your own flower arrangements that would look pretty nice. Okay, so very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to build next week. So we've still got our list here. The flower arrangement is now out of the way. So yeah, we'll see. We haven't rolled a low number in a long time. So either if we don't roll a low number here, we're either going to try different dice next time. Or else rewrite the list so that things are in a random order. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and roll here. Finally, something that deserves the dramatic music. 7. Kind of low. Ford Mustang. Ooh, okay. So that's going to be a Speed Champions set. So, Speed Champions Mustang here. So that'll be what we take a look at next week. Possible that we'll get into something else too, since these tend to go pretty quick. Not the lengthiest builds usually, but normally pretty interesting. And having some cool build techniques. So we'll look forward to that next week. And until then, Hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching. Flower arrangement was pretty cool. We'll, always look forward to these botanical sets, and there's plenty more to go. So we'll be back for some more of those at some point. Bye.